Public Policy Research. Thank you for joining us here on Sky News this afternoon, Giselle. There's much speculation as to whether this has been properly costed and indeed how much it is going to cost and who's going to benefit. Talk to us about that.
Well, the policy's been costed around 350 million, and I wouldn't want to comment on the methods that have been used to reach that. What I do want to say is that childcare does cost. It's an excellent investment because it means the UK gets things like increased employment rates, particularly among parents, better life chances for young people, and massive benefits of gender equality. So it's an investment worth making, most definitely.
So what do you say to those people who say, you know what, we are struggling as an economy as it is. Why on earth should I, who's somebody who is childless or my children have grown up or whatever, why should I pay for somebody else to have free childcare?
Well, I think one thing we can take from the fact this has been mentioned in the manifestos of both the Labour Party, the Conservatives, and also has been something that Lib Dems have talked about in the past as well, is that there is a consensus moving towards the need for investment in early years education before primary school. In the same way that we invest in school at primary school, secondary school level, we've decided as a nation that that's a good way to spend our money, and it seems the consensus is saying it's good for childcare as well. We see a lot of benefits. I mean, there's no way that this is something that we simply pay for and the money disappears. We see massive returns in terms of employment in the UK, in terms of increasing life chances for young children, and making sure they can develop as best they can in the vital early years, and also in promoting gender equality. I mean, we are not great in the UK at maintaining equality between men and women, and this is one of many moves that will help us there.
Okay, so what about that gap in between 3 and 4 year olds and going to school?
Yeah, so that is an area that needs a further look. At the moment, we see there being a bit of a trap in terms of parents who've taken time out to look after their child, perhaps in the first year of its life, and then see no support until that child turns 3. It's a big problem in terms of parents returning to work. It's where we see a big dip in employment of parents, and it's where I'd like to see, and the Institute of Public Policy would like to see, an increase in investment. It's something that is being talked about. It's something that Lib Dems talked about a few months ago, and something we'd like to see the other parties discuss as well.
Okay, so where is the evidence that if this does happen and continues to happen, 30 hours a week, say the Conservatives, 25 hours a week promise the Labour Party, where is the evidence that it improves the employment rates of parents?
So there's a vast research base, both looking in the UK and comparatively, which says that actually if you take a country and provide better employment, better childcare, it's very likely that you then see higher employment rates among parents. You see that on the largest scale. So if you just take a nation, look at what it invests in childcare and look at its employment rates, there's an obvious relationship there. But you also see it if you talk to people one-on-one. We have a lot of evidence from surveys where we've asked new parents what they're going to do over the next few years, what are their plans and what are their barriers. People say over and over again, overwhelmingly, the lack of childcare or the cost of childcare stop me from going back to work. I want to work, or I want to work more hours. It is the majority of parents that feel this way. And if we remove that barrier, we'd see both those people getting to do what they feel is best for their family, and also many benefits at the national level as well, as our employment rate continues to go up.
Good to talk to you, Giselle Cory, Senior Research Fellow at the Institute for Public Policy Research. We appreciate you taking the time to join us on Sky News this afternoon. Thank you.